All right, hello everybody. So if you've spent any amount of time on like AK boards, AK forums, AK groups on Facebook or Google Plus or anything like that, there's a common theme that you see, and that is that Korean AK mags are junk. Well, if you've spent any kind of time around my channel, you've probably seen me shoot this magazine several times. It's the only one I have with yellow tape on it, and that's because I've been keeping track of this mag. I've had it for several years, and it is a Korean AK mag, and it has seen hell. Now, all these painted mags, you've probably seen these in some of the videos too. I do believe these mags, some of these mags were in my plate carrier during my plate carrier setup video. These are a mixture of European and Korean mags. The reason they're painted is because they're camouflaged. They're camouflaged so I can stick them in my kit, so when I'm out in high trafficking areas, you know, up here north of the border, you know, just off the southern border, that I stay as concealed as possible. And they're painted because they've proven themselves. They've proven themselves over and over and over again without malfunctions, without issues. Now, what's junk? Define junk. Does it not work at all? Maybe. I mean, that's definitely a good definition of what a junk gun or a junk magazine or a junk accessory would be, is that it just doesn't work the way as it's advertised. And then there's this guy.
The Korean AK-47 mag? No. I mean,
according to him, that because a metal mag shakes in the gun, it's junk. Well, I've got 4 rifles sitting here. Now, one I'm not going to use much of. That is my Hungarian AMD. Now, why is that? Because not because this mag shakes in it, but because all mags shake in it. And when I mean all mags, here's a Tapco flat side. Tapcos, which are known for being tight, is also loose in this gun. And as you will see, that just because a magazine shakes in a gun doesn't mean that the magazine is junk. You can take the same AK mag or the same AK mag and put it in 20 different AKs and have a little bit different fit each time. Any real AK guy knows that. So here I have a Romanian Draco, and we're gonna put Korean. I can barely, I don't even know if you can hear that. Here we have a Palmetto State PSA GB2. Let me get the sling mount quiet here. And we have old trusty here, the GP75. A little bit of wobble there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take up this one. This one's only got 10 rounds in it. A little bit of shake, not much. Go back to the Romy. Nothing. But again, according to this guy,
the Korean AK-47 mag? No. I mean,
who has never put a round through that magazine, by the way, Korean mags are junk because click, 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 it happens to shake in his gun. So this just goes to show that you really got to watch who you listen to on YouTube, on Facebook, on all these gun forums, because if there's one guy who has never actually used the product that they're bashing, if there's one guy that's never actually used it, that means there's more. So let's do a function test. let's do a function test here. Sorry about the wind noise if that's coming through. I just can't help it. I picked a bad day to come out. So let's first run some in the GP75. Okay. Let's run what's left. Let's run what's left out of this mag in the PSA. Let's run a few more out of the PSA. Let's run out of the Romanian Draco. Little bit of wobble, yeah. That's 2 full mags there. Now, according to some YouTube experts, that if it's wobbly, which one has more left in it? And if it's wobbly, it's junk. Obviously it doesn't work, right? And 10 more. But before we get to this 10 more, that's how windy it is, guys. I don't know what else to say. So this one's got 10 rounds in it. Let's load it up. Make sure there's a lot of dirt in there. So why am I doing it with 10 rounds instead of a full mag and all that dirt? Because at a weaker spring pressure, at not full spring pressure, you know, where the follower's all the way down here and might push past that dirt, with only 10 rounds, the spring pressure isn't at full pressure, that dirt should stop it, right? Oh, listen to that. I mean, there is just massive amounts of dirt in there. Now it may fail the dirt test. I don't know. It may fail the dirt test. All the rounds are in there. Already sounds like the follower might be stuck. Let's try. We ready? And all 10 without a problem. And yeah, you can listen to that. That's the condition it was in. Pretty bad. All right, so now we're gonna load it. I'm gonna load the mag up. To show that it loads fine. There's no hang-ups. And I'm not doing this, guys, to sell you on Korean mags. I'm doing this because there's a lot of people that are clueless to what they're talking about. And they've either got some sort of like a preconceived notion about something that, because it's a Korean mag, that it just doesn't work, or they're parroting things that other people have said online without any actual experience behind it. Now that's not to say that nobody's ever had problems with these mags. I know people that have had problems with these mags. But I'm addressing, are they junk? At $9 a piece, sometimes less, sometimes more, are they junk? it would not appear so. They seem to work fine. They seem to hold up for dirt. And this one, after, I don't even know how many years, 5, 6 years of having it, it's been abused, it's been dropped, it's been banged around. I've ran it over with my truck. Oh, and one thing you'll hear is something about Korean magazine feed lips and the bodies not holding together. I have thrown away European mags that are too dented to run correctly. The side of the body's too dented, and I have thrown away European and Korean magazines because of bent feed lips. It's metal, it bends. If you're gonna say that because the body bends or because the feed lips bend, I have thrown away both European and Korean mags for that reason. So I'm not gonna sit here and beat the hell out of the feed lips just to show you that they will bend. Oh, a few more left. I'm gonna have to pick that round up. Where's it at? There it is, right down here. I'm gonna pick that round up after I'm done shooting to see if it was a light primer strike, or did the magazine fail to feed. Now it's empty. So, I'm gonna pick this round up, and it was a light primer strike. So that was on the ammo, not on the mag. So in the end, our Korean AK-47 magazines, junk. I've put an absolute crap load of dirt in it. I've shown you ones that I've been using for years. I've shot various amounts through all of them that I have here, which, by the way, all these black ones, these shiny new black ones, as well as this one that still has dirt in it, these are all brand new, still in the package, right? Still in the package. So in the end, it is what it is. It's are they the thickest metal on AK mags? No, they're not the thickest metal on AK mags. Will thicker metal AK mags dent, and will the feed lips bend? Yes, they will. They both will. Again, I've done it before. Is the shake is that indicative of a junk mag? Of course it's not, because as I've already shown you, what it does in one, it does not necessarily do in the other. At $9 a piece, you are hard pressed to find a better steel AK mag. And I do say steel because there's polymer options out there like Tapco, which, by the way, I've had very few issues with those as well, even though they're widely considered to be junk. I use my mags, I abuse my mags. They get dirt just like this in them all the time. So I'm not telling you to go out and buy, you know, Korean AK mags. I would never say that you need to go do that. But don't be afraid to purchase them. They work well. I've had little to no issues with them, and I've had them for years. Just remember, people online can say anything they want about any experience they have, about any kind of problems they've had. Like I said, I'm not saying people have never had problems with these. I would never say that, because I know people that have. But people online can say anything they want about any product they want, just because it's not the product that's their favorite, or maybe they have had issues with that product. But there's a whole lot of rounds downrange that show that these seem to work just fine, and the history I've had with them has been great. Thanks for listening.